I like things with a twist to it that has, like this is a pinstripe suit, a pinstripe jacket I'm wearing, but I could never walk out looking like a banker. You know what I mean? I have to do something that's off. I'm passionate about beautiful things. I'm passionate about historical things. I'm passionate about photography, fashion, manners, education. I'm passionate about people that have a point of view and people who have no fear. 1954 in Trinidad, I saw Rita Hayworth. And she was making a movie called Fire Down Below with Robert Mitchum. And I had never seen anyone like that in my life, in Trinidad, of course. And that was my connection to fashion, because there weren't magazines in those days that were available to me anyway. And the only way I saw fashion was really between going to the library or in the movies, on the movie stars. I dream about stories, and the fashion follows the story. Like if I fall in love with a painter or painting or a movie, I think about the movie and how can I take the fashion into this? So that's the process. It's really about a story, an idea, a point of view. I looked at the name Spirit and Flesh, and I said, and I understand it's an emotion. An emotion at that time, I thought, to do things that are passionate, people who did things with passion, who were brave and bold. The fashion had some kind of a link, whether it's the pictures were talking with the flowers, because he created these beautiful images with flowers, so we worked the story into that. And when we worked with Joseph, with Chinatown, we took the collection, made a story out of it. So everything went right back to the theme of the magazine.
When you see something beautiful, it transports you. It takes you to another place. It lifts you up, and it makes all the things that you're maybe dealing with, or all the things that you don't like about the world, just sort of melt away, and you get lost in that beautiful thing. When you're a creative director, the best thing that you can do is to let those people that are talented do what they do. And so you talk to the person who's doing the hair, and then you let them go, and they do this incredible thing because they have the freedom, and you've discussed it. And the same thing with makeup, and the makeup is amazing, and the styling, of course, Freddie is, incredible. So all of a sudden it's like planets lining up. You just have everything coming together, and you have this amazing moment, and you can see it in front of your eyes, and you are standing there, and you're like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is just incredible. When we were sitting around trying to figure out, what would the name of this be? What is the name of this interview? And it was Musa and I and Freddie, and I said, well, what about Rise? Because it's his story. He has risen. And Maya Angelou wrote a very, very compelling poem called Rise. And it's about going on and continuing to rise. Whatever obstacle comes at you, you rise. Then something else happens and you rise. You just keep rising. And so for me, that's not only a beautiful poem, and I love Maya Angelou, and it's a wonderful thought, but it was absolutely true in the case of Marcus Samuelsson. Working with everybody through it, and then also working with the images themselves. Being in Chinatown with Joseph, and going back to Chinatown to photograph things, and then laying that out so that it took on a whole different sort of sensibility. That was fun. I enjoyed every aspect of that. So for me, it was a really good experience, and it was something that, at every facet, I really enjoyed it.